The music just turns me on.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skeeting. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. When she talking about a man, I was gripping up her thighs. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time, I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. Or bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite. I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm full. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Said she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, cause I'll put you in that kind of the goose. And yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill sipping on yet, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back. But girl, I need you back on my team, boo. Cause them I can't treat you, love you, I feed you, I please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy. She wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe. So will I hit it? Maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Said she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Yeah.
The music just turns
taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing.
The music just turns me on.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skiing. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. Why she talking about a man? I was dripping up a file. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time. I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. Why bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite? I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm full. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Said she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, car. I put you in that kind of the goose, and yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill earn sipping on yeah, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back, but girl, I need you back on my team, boo. Cause them I can't treat you, love you, I feed you, I please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy. She wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe. So will I hit it? Maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Said she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. Said she looking wavy. Yeah.
The music just turns me on.
When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. No. 'Cause 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 'cause
The music just turns me on.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out eating. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. When she talking about a man, I was gripping up her thighs. Back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Properly, take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly. Take time. I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. Why bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite? I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm full. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Says she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, car. I put you in that Canada goose, and yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill earn sipping on yet, and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back, but girl, I need you back on my team, boo. Cause them I can't treat you, love you, I feed you, I please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy. She wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe. So will I hit it? Maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy. Yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Says she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Looking wavy. Says she looking wavy. Looking wavy. Says she looking wavy. Yeah.
The music just turns me on.
When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. I love the way you've been looking my way, baby. Don't hesitate, you can come on over. Let's get face to face. I'ma give you a taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing.
Well, good morning, afternoon or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a bit of a different sort of cast. We're going to do some Rainbow Six Siege here on EFL.GG today. My name is Adam Fortune, also known as Average Adam, and we've got two fantastic teams, StonesGG versus Affinity, and they're about to start the map bans. So yeah, it is a best of one. I hope everyone is also having a fantastic day today. It is pretty hot here in the UK, so hopefully everyone else all over the place is having just as nice weather. So as I said, the teams are now just banning the maps, so let's have a bit of a rundown. So, straight off, Cafe banned for Stones. We did see them play yesterday. It was obviously slightly different tournament, so I wonder if they'll ban maybe Border, because they didn't do too good on that yesterday. Affinity banned Bank. Stone's not leaving it to the last ban this time and not putting my hopes up. Bank is probably one of my favourite maps. I do quite enjoy it. Clubhouse banned from Stones. Again, guys, hope everyone is having a good time in the chat. What is everyone's favourite map out of the sort of map selection? Or even who's everyone's favourite operators, because they're obviously the next bans coming up after. So who are we expecting to see? Or Border being banned. I guess Affinity not knowing that Stones didn't do too well on that the other day. So they're just like, nope, we'll give them a chance. So only Coastline. Oh, it's Coastline. I was about to say only two left, but they have voted pretty quick. So it will be Coastline here today. So as the teams do just need a 3-minute break. So we're just going to go to a quick break, guys, while the teams... Well, I think somebody needs a quick toilet break, so we'll be right back in a second. Don't go anywhere. And we'll be right back with this, what should be a pretty exciting game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the teams are ready, and we are getting straight into this game, and straight away onto the bands. So as I said, it is Stones versus Affinity in a best of one today on Coastline. So both guys, obviously, going to now ban operators. Who do you hate playing against, guys in chat? I mean, I'm expecting. Who did Stones ban yesterday? I think it was Mirror and. I think it wasn't Thermite. Oh, it was IQ. So Monty. We saw Monty being played yesterday. Oh, Stones banning IQ again. I mean, I guess in as though one of their teammates isn't here today, so they've just gone. He plays IQ a lot, so we'll get rid of him. Maestro. Ooh, are we gonna see Mirror banned? Mirror is normally the, I would say, most banned operator. But Affinity going to ban. There we go. I mean, we didn't see a Twitch ban, so it would have been quite the unusual to not have Mirror banned. But you never know. They might have gone, we're going to play as her. But then, if you play as her, then you've got to play against her, right? So, straight into round one. Stones are on the offensive. With Affinity being the first guys to be on the defensive. So they've taken Mute and Smoke. Oh no, changing. Do you know what? We'll just wait. We'll just wait until they've picked everyone. Because there's always some cheeky change. No Thermite on Stones. I guess they're just hoping on Hibana to be that hard breach. And then I do like the Smoke pick with Castle, slowing down the sort of push of Stones, potentially using that smoke to kind of slow everyone down. Then obviously Mute to sort of stop any kind of drones getting in, any kind of equipment, so slowing down any kind of sort of vision or anything. And then Echo with the extra drones for that more vision. So I'm quite liking the defense and the operators they've picked. I'm also quite liking the operators on the offensive side as well. I do like a bit of Buck gameplay, you know, going upstairs, taking out the ceilings, and obviously being able to just shotgun his way through, nice and aggressive. So we'll have to see how Stones sort of take down this first site. They obviously do have the opportunity to obviously go upstairs with Buck. Obviously sort of blast his way through, as I said. But they do have a few guys sort of roaming around upstairs, Affinity. But I don't think they're doing any kind of cheeky peeks or shenanigans. But obviously that pesky Echo drones. Nothing quite like being spotted by one of those as you're trying to plant. So defensive side, sort of nice and stout defensively. Obviously, they are on the defensive, being a bit obvious, but they're not. I don't think they're being too aggressive. I think that's important. You know, they do have time on their side. They don't have to make any kind of aggressive pushes or do any kind of weird shenaniganry now. They just kind of wait, sit back, and let Stone sort of make the mistake. Ooh, he spotted an Echo drone. Ooh, valuable information. But will he be able to take it down? That is the real question. So those things can be rather pesky, especially in the last sort of 30 seconds when you're trying to plant. Oh, I thought Goose was gonna get the first one, but no, Affinity getting the first kill onto Stones. Does he get the second? No, he doesn't. But oh dear, bit of a team kill going on the old Stones team. We don't talk about those though. We try and ignore those. But Stones not too good here on the offensive. Now down 2 versus 4. But we won't talk about the team kill. We'll keep that hush hush. We'll keep that between us, Twitch. So 4 versus 5. Only a minute to go. So not a lot of time to sort of make any kind of pushes. And they don't want to leave it too late. Especially with only 2 guys left. They might not have the best way of sort of defending the planter. Tinky right now does have the defuse kit. But obviously it's quite difficult. They are 2 versus 4, but 30 seconds. Time is running out. They need to start definitely thinking about getting onto these sites somehow or another. 20 seconds. Oh, he's definitely spotted one of the old Affinity guys. Oh, Tinky does manage to get that headshot, but 10 seconds. Smoke is up. 5 seconds, he gets another, but he goes down. I don't think Stones are going to have enough time. 2 guys left on Infinity. Not enough time to get that diffuser down. So that does mean that Affinity take the first win in this, well, best of 1 series. So obviously they did successfully defend that location, so they do now have to move to another one. And they have chosen Hooker and the billiards room. So obviously they took out Buck because they're on the top floor, can't really destroy the ceiling on this one. Not too much anyways. But they keep a Barner. So they do have some opportunity, but Affinity picking quite... Instead of going for Echo, they do decide to go with Valkyrie. So again, trying to probably use as much vision as possible around the map. Trying to spot out Stones before they even make it in. And now Stones slightly on the back foot after that team kill. Again, we don't talk about it. So hopefully they've made up. They've had a bit of a talk. Apologies have been spread, and they said, "Sorry, boys, that was an accident." But again, we don't talk about it. It's hush hush. Don't mention it, Twitch. So again, Castle and Smoke. I definitely do like it. Sort of slowing down that push, and I mean Stones left it pretty late. Last sort of 20 seconds, only 2 guys left. Just couldn't get that diffuser down at all. So let's see if Smoke and Castle with those pesky utility and smoke grenades slow Stones down enough to not let them plant again. Ooh. I'm going to assume he fell off the building rather than getting shot. Yeah, bit of a lull in chat. Ooh, Tinky managing to find one of the guys on Infinity, Castle. So Stones man up right now, but Jake is a little low and a bit worse for wear, so he needs to be a bit careful. But now it does mean that Affinity defense is a little bit thinner with 1 man down. Oh, do Stones find the second? Oh, he's downed him. Very nice there from Volt, managing to find another. And using that nice big boy sledgehammer, making his way in. So very nice there. Stones up now 5 versus 3. Just putting even more pressure on that defense. But they do have the Valkyrie cameras, so they do probably know where they are. But Goose taking a bit of damage, as well as the Snowy Buffalo. And now Stones. These guys are pretty low, but Volt managing to find another one onto Mr. Brown. So 2 versus 5. This defense is looking thinner and thinner. They do have smoke. So a couple of grenades could slow down this push. I mean, they only have to hold for another minute. Oh, does he get it? No, he didn't get that headshot there. But he does know where he is. Shotgun. Uni. Very nice. Getting the kill onto Volt. But going down himself, the Snowy Buffalo. Now 1 versus 4. And, did he just kill himself? Did Blue, do we talk about those? Are we allowed to talk about that? That's not a team kill. Oh dear. That's a bit of an F. you win some, you lose some. Stones decided to kill themselves in the last one with a bit of a team kill this time. This time Affinity were just like, do you know what, guys? We'll give you one this round. That is a me level play. Absolutely, Jake. Good job. Good job, Stones. Winning by default. Some top level siege play going on here today, guys. We got team kills and suicides and people falling off buildings. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you want to see, guys. This right here. Once again, pretty similar setup from both sides, except when we've got the Jackal. Once again, Valkyrie and Castle, Smoke. So again, not too much different. Bit of friendly fire there again. Somebody trying to make holes in walls, and instead of making a hole in a wall, made a hole in a teammate. So Stones currently hold the advantage in terms of health. And those drones trying to get any kind of spotting. Ooh, very nice. Very nice drone kill there. Stopping any kind of extra information onto Stones. But they do know where they are. They know where they've set up. They don't need to risk any more drones. They'll save them, so you can use them a little bit later for a bit more information. They are obviously defending in the same place, as they did lose that round. Oh, that was it. I think Jake went from Capital, so I was going to watch Jake just to see if he falls off the building again. But he has decided, nope, not today. Oh, but Tinky managing to get the first kill. So Affinity once again down to 4 guys. So they need to be careful. And Jackal getting the spot. But Uni managing to take down the Snowy Buffalo. But Shadow being taken out by Goose. It's very back and forth trades. But obviously Stones are having the advantageous trades, because they did obviously trade out one of the guys earlier. So Affinity do need to find a kill without losing a guy, preferably. But it's just finding those sort of picks. And Sledge just going through all of Castle's equipment, just like nothing. That is what he's there for. He is the big boy with the sledgehammer. Just making holes and pushing through nicely. Tinky getting his second onto Uni. So 2 versus 4. But again, they do have Smoke and Cade. Let's just hope Blue doesn't kill himself again. So far, things are looking good for this Stones team. They are obviously 4 guys up, but Blue managing to find one. But Mr. Brown getting a bit of damage there. Goose taking down Blue. So it's all down to Mr. Brown. Can he hold in this 1 versus 3? He knows where obviously one of the Stones guys is. But he can only be on one site at a time. Oh, he's flashed. They are planting the diffuser as well, Stones. He spots him, but doesn't manage to get any kind of damage off. And now the heat is on. The pressure is on. He needs to make something happen quick. As he is the last man standing. Finds another. But he's got to be careful with this guy coming from behind. But with such little time, Goose managing to find him. It is a 1 versus 3. Very unlikely to obviously win those. But he is at such a range disadvantage, obviously with a shotgun and SMG versus sort of rifles. Not looking too good for him. It does mean that Stones take the second round 2-1. Round 4. So they do decide to change up a little bit and go to Blue and Sunrise. And again, only guys sort of changing changing operators is Jake. The Snowy Buffalo also changes to Thermite. Then we have Smoke, Castle, Mute, Echo, and Jaeger. So changing out Valkyrie for Echo. Maybe they thought that was a bit better. Instead of using the cameras, let's have the little drones out that also cause sort of concussion and stuff. I'll have to see if that sort of swap does work for them. But again, that extra vision, that extra information can be just so valuable. Being able to spot guys before they get into the building, who you're up against, where they're coming from, is just so valuable. I mean, it's sort of the same on the other side, you know, keeping these drones and not letting them sort of fall for any sort of particular reason, then using them later to kind of spot out who's where. It'd just be so valuable. So Stone's not wanting to sort of lose any drones to any kind of shenanigans. Again, the score's currently 2-1 in this best of one. And as the round starts, once again, nothing cheesy from Affinity. Nobody's sort of doing any kind of sort of peaks or spawn peaks. But already Stones in quite nicely. Volt unfortunately not managing to find the kill there. Looks like those Echo drones are in a bit of trouble. As the guys kind of go in, they do need to be obviously wary of the mute jammers, but Tinky managed to find his way through, probably spotting out who's where for his team. Trying to get, as I said, that nice valuable information. I mean, this sledge is just putting in some nice work. Getting rid of these barricades and these armor panels from Castle, just making it much easier for them to sort of push round. And it kind of sort of keeps that pace up, because I mean they did sort of slow it down in that first round when they were attacking, and that's what caused them to lose. But they've still got to compete with Smoke. And obviously slowing down, but Goose, nice headshot there, taking him down, just trying to sneak around and get under, but doesn't quite make it. So now without Smoke, they'll probably find it quite hard to kind of slow these guys down. But Affinity knocking one of the guys down, knocking Volt down, but the Snowy Buffalo keeping his teammate alive. Unfortunately not. Tinky going down, and Goose down but not quite out. Jake there finding another. So it's 3 versus 2 at the moment. Now 3 versus 1. Jake, can he get the triple? He does. Doesn't even need to get the Stones guy up. Gets the triple. Onto Uni. Very nice there from Jake. Winning the round 3-1. Didn't even need to get his guy up. Just kind of left him there and just went, you know what, buddy? I've got broad shoulders. I can do this. I don't need to get you up. So again, seeing as though Affinity lost that round, they do get to defend in the same position if they choose. But it looks like they've chosen not to, and I think they're mixing up to kind of sort of confuse where they're going to be. But again, very similar setup from both sides. Legion though coming out. So a couple of swaps here and there. Definitely glad they stuck with the Habana. Otherwise they would have had sort of no hard breach. Obviously the sledgehammer being able to go through castle doors. Not so good versus armoured walls. So the setup phase from Affinity. So they still obviously have the Echo drones, and now obviously with these Legion mines, the goo mines, they can be pretty pesky as well. And again, if they sort of drop one of those, and then somebody sort of walks over them and activates it, obviously that's not only an annoyance, But if they obviously try and pull it out, and there's obviously an Affinity member sort of lurking around the corner, leaves you a bit defenseless. So we'll see if that tactic gets put into play, or if the Stones guys sort of stay as a pack, and so that won't kind of happen. Because if they defend one of their guys whilst they are obviously letting the goo, taking out the sort of goo mine, then that shouldn't be a problem. I also think Smoker's kind of only used sort of one smoke this entire time. Actually, there is no smoke. That is mute. That is my bad. He decided to go with Legion instead of smoke. There we go. There we go, Adam. Wakey, wakey. It's late in the UK. I'm sorry, guys. But once again, Stones getting the first kill. Goose. So always on this so far the defense have just always been in a 4 versus 5 situation, making that defense so thin, and then Volt getting Mr. Brown. So now 5 versus 3, and just using Sledge to make holes in the ceiling. I think he knows. I think he must have spotted. Oh, maybe not. Mute very lucky there, but now has quite a few holes in his ceiling, so he needs to be not only careful about the doors, but also about the ceiling. And Sledge is just going absolutely nuts up there. Just reconstructing the entire building. Ooh, almost caught out there. Sledge getting a few hits onto Uni. I mean, as more and more of that ceiling kind of gets destroyed, Uni is going to have less and less places to hide. And as well as Echo, so he's not really going to be able to use the sort of concussion active on his drones. But he does probably have his teammates looking. But as we're saying that, Snowy Buffalo getting Shadow. So now 2 versus 5. This is looking very good for Stones right now, as they are just starting to surround this Affinity team. Oh, but Stones Goose going down, but Tinky going no. And managing to get that nice headshot there. Oh, but Blue managing to find Jake. Here's the last man standing. Oh, using that Echo drone. Oh, the dodges, the Dukes. And with only 7 seconds left, Stones really do need to plant this diffuser. But Blue saying no. Is he going to get the drone off and stop the defuse? He does! Oh, very nice. Affinity using that drone last second probably before that diffuser went down. Very nice. So those Echo drones coming into play. Again, maybe if Hibana had managed to hit that drone, could have been a different story. Again, that's the second time Stones in this game have not managed to get the the diffuser down in time. So coming into round 6, 3-2 for Stones. It was looking so good for them, even with 3 men up, but just outsmarted by a drone. So Infinity definitely happy they're keeping that drone and the Echoes. And there we go. There's Smoke and Mute. Decided Legion. No. We'll take Smoke. And again, keeping Castle as well. Although I'm surprised they haven't swapped out Castle, seeing as though they have Stones have picked Sledge pretty much every time. I don't sort of see much of a point in Castle with Sledge out and about. But maybe he's just so confident on the sort of UMP. Maybe he's just like, I don't really care. I like my gun. But here we go, round 6. And again, Affinity not doing anything sort of cheesy. No sort of peaks. They're just playing sort of defensive, stopping any kind of vision, anyone sort of coming in. So, both sides posturing. I was surprised Echo let the thermite place the thermite charge. Maybe he wasn't on the drone at the time, not paying much attention. And these drones now being so valuable in spotting out where are the Affinity guys. And just saying that, Goose and Jake both managing to get one, but then Shadow getting one back. Nice headshot there onto Volt, making it a 4 versus 3. And now a 4 versus 2 as the Snowy Buffalo takes down 2, Shadow and Uni. And now it's all down to Echo. Is he going to be able to get that drone? He does. Oof, that must be annoying. But being taken down by Goose. He did manage to stop the diffuser for a little bit, but I think he wouldn't have been able to have done it forever. And Goose saying, no, we don't want any more of this shenaniganry. Let's get rid of you, shall we? And there we go. Stones now on the defensive, 4-2. So let's see how their defenses hold. Or will we see a bit of a swing? So, Echo, Mute, Clash, Jaeger and Legion versus Capital, Thermite, Blitz, Blackbeard and Jackal. Oh dear. Oh, a couple of swaps coming out. Oh, this is a pretty standard setup for Stones. The Echo Valkyrie, they do like the vision. They do like having as many cameras and drones out as possible. If there's a side that loves cameras, it is the Stone side. I think there was one game where they took rid of Legion and had Maestro, and they really just had all the cameras. But no, just having the Echo and Valkyrie on this one. Now, they do obviously need to be careful. They do have Buck, and so Volt is upstairs. And he is doing a bit of a deploying of more cameras. Again, trying to see where are Affinity going to come from. And again with Buck, he's probably going to the second floor and sort of go around, but Jake managing to find Shadow, taking him down straight away, putting Stones in a nice advantageous position. Because again, rather than being the first man down, they obviously are a man up. So now they can just sort of sit back and relax. They have, again, instead of being on the offensive, they're on the defensive now. So they can just sort of sit back, let the timer tick down. You hear his footsteps. Close, but no cigar. And with Buck upstairs with Blackbeard, rather than Sledge, he's just going to put holes in ceilings instead. His sort of bread and butter. But is he going to be able to find anyone? Blackbeard helping out. Oh, he does manage to find Tinky. Blue there. Using those holes in ceilings to a nice bit of his advantage. Can he find anyone else? Or can Buck? This is the great thing about all these cameras. They do know where most of Affinity are. Infinity do only have sort of a minute and 5 seconds left, so they need to sort of start thinking about making a push. They don't want to leave it for the last minute like Stones and fail to plant, especially they do know that Echo's around. So those Echo drones might be able to stop, but maybe not. Those Echo drones now not a problem, as Mr. Brown takes out Jake. And Blue taking down Goose. So it's 2 versus 3. 30 seconds to go. Oh, he hears the drone. And Volt managing to knock down Uni. Now will somebody go and defend him and pick him up, or will they just go for the plant? I think they need to go for the plant right now. But the Snowy Buffalo managing to take down Blue and Volt. Obviously already knocked down Uni, but then getting Mr. Brown as well. Stones, even though they were down some players, nice headshot there. So Stones managed to take round 7, making it 5-2. Even though they did lose quite a few guys in the middle there. Echo going down. They still managed to find the win. Again, a little mix up here from Affinity. They kept Buck, but they've brought Thermite. No Blackbeard. And no Valkyrie as of yet. Oh, there we go. Just as I say it, Valkyrie coming out. Again, just probably using as many cameras as possible. And the smoke and the castle to sort of slow down that push. And keep Affinity at bay for as long as possible. Trying to run that timer down. So the setup from Stones. Again, now they're on the very top floor. Buck can obviously make holes in the floor, but not really many opportunities to do it in the ceiling so much. And you can obviously also make holes in sort of the walls and stuff. Because they didn't bring Sledge. So Castle, a bit more useful for Stones, and can definitely be a bit of an annoyance for Affinity. So again, those armor panels do take quite the time to obviously get rid of, unless you're willing to sort of use up equipment. It doesn't look like anyone's got any good or clean way of getting rid of them other than Thermite. But do you really want to be using Thermite on a castle door? Probably not. But we'll just have to wait and see. And again, these Stones guys, with all these cameras, probably know exactly where Affinity are coming from. And again, they can play the nice sort of safe game, sort of sitting back and let Affinity make all the mistakes. As I said, Buck being able to make holes in things. Oh, just manages to sneak through there. As expected, to sort of put another few holes in the wall. But it looks like Jake managing to get the first headshot onto Shadow. And then the Snowy Buffalo onto Uni. And now it's 5 versus 3. It's going to be very difficult now for Affinity to obviously push onto these sites with quite a few men down. Stones looking in a fantastic position right now. So again, they just need to sit back, 50 seconds, don't need to do anything crazy. Just use the drones, use the vision, unlucky there for Affinity not managing to get that echo drone. And 30 seconds left. They really don't have a lot of time. Echo knows where a few of the guys are, but Mr. Brown managing to get the Snowy Buffalo. But nice headshot there from Jake. Can he get the double? No, unfortunately not. Blue takes him down. But Volt managing to get Mr. Brown. So now 1 versus 3 with only 10 seconds to go. And look at that smoke. Just slowing him down. He had to go for it. Tinky with the headshot through the smoke. The smoke. There wasn't much he could do. He was spotted. Not a lot of time left. And that's just it. When you sort of wait too long, you sort of just have to make the sort of really aggressive plays at the end, and it's just not paying off. And now match point for Stones. 2-6. In what could be the last round. Again, bringing out the Echo. Oh, the Glaz. Glaz, Buck, Sledge, Nomad, Thermite. Any swaps? Yeah, there's the Valkyrie. It is just their sort of go-to, both Echo and Valkyrie. So, match point. Set up phase from Stones. And again, Smoke showing what he was worth in that last round. So can he sort of be that really annoying factor once again? And sort of say, no, you guys aren't pushing. Right at the end. Force them to make those really aggressive plays. Now Affinity do have Sledge this time. So the castle panels not worth as much as last round. So Affinity do have a bit of an easier time of sort of pushing in. But still, not going to be easy with Smoke and Echo sort of being really big annoyances. And obviously being spotted by Valkyrie cams and not sort of having that sort of surprise factor can also be a bit frustrating. But Affinity have been the first ones to sort of lose a man in most of these last offensive rounds. So can they manage to find one of Stones and put the pressure on? They know where a few people are. Capital sort of spotting with the camera. Sorry, with the drone. I guess it is a camera. And Sledge this time. Oh, he did manage to see someone. And as well as Buck with that shotgun. So Stones do now need to be careful of the ceiling. The ceiling is no longer their friend. So now Buck and Sledge being able to shoot down onto the sites. Does mean that Echo also has less places to hide. So he can't really use his drones. Obviously the team can still use them to spot, but they can't use the sort of concussion element to them. Does Echo lose the drone? Most likely. Nope, manages to get the drone out. But he is running out of places to hide. Sledge and Buck still reconstructing the clubhouse. And trying to find any kind of picks. And straight away, 2 guys going down, Union Blue. So now making it a 3 versus 4. Tinky finding Blue. Backing up his teammate, Goose. Buck is planting the diffuser. Does manages to get it down. And now Stone's trying to run to sort of either get it diffused or not. Oh dear. A bit of a team kill there. Tinky getting his guy up. 3 versus... Oh no, 2 versus 2. Tinky getting the headshot. Somebody needs to get that diffuser. Tinky covering, but Tinky not managing to do that great of a job. Does manage to find someone though, but he hasn't got a lot of time. He needs to either run out and find Mr. Blue. Oh, sorry, Mr. Brown. Oh dear. He was waiting. Mr. Brown getting tinky there. Well, he didn't have much of a choice. The fuser was ticking. But that nice double kill there from Affinity at the beginning of the round. Getting that kill, that double kill, really forced Stones into a bit of a difficult situation. So nice play there from Affinity. Although the team kill we won't talk about, we don't talk about those. So once again, match point 6-3. I do apologise if you heard a motorbike there. It is such nice weather. People are obviously having a good time. Hope the weather is also nice where you guys are as we move into what could be the last round. Match points can be very difficult for teams to sort of close out on. The pressure is on. You know you just need one more round to win. And it just always sometimes feels like this is the worst round, the hardest round. So can they close up? So rather than go with Valkyrie, they do decide to go with Mozzie and managing to get a couple of drones. So now they've got even more drones on their drones. And now with Legion as well and Smoke, sorry, Mute. Their pictures just look so similar sometimes. No Smoke. They do go with Mute. Maybe trying to deny some of that vision from Affinity. And again, Stone's not doing anything cheesy. No sort of peeking. Both guys kind of posturing Jackal, seeing if he can spot anyone. Any footsteps. Again with Buck and Sledge. Are they going to do the same sort of thing? Of course they are. They're just sort of absolutely demolishing the old clubhouse. Trying to see if they can find anyone. But Tinky manages to take out Sledge Uni. That's what I mean. With the amount of cameras they have, they are able to find where the guys are. So 6-3. Stone's currently up a guy. 5 versus 4. But they do still have Buck, who's trying to find one. He does. Nice grenade. Shadow taking out the Snowy Buffalo. And then another. So now Stones were 5 versus 4. Now 3 versus 4. As they have less than a minute to go. They do obviously still have Echo. And Jake managing to find one. But now he's down to his lonesome. 3 versus 1. Does find Buck. But they know where he is. Can he get any more? He is very low on health, but so are the other two. Manages to get one. Ah! Manages to get the second. They both kill each other at the same time. So, Stones, this match point looking to be pretty frustrating. As I said, this match point can seem like the most hardest to get. But with this Buck Sledge combo, it looks like Affinity have found something that seems to be working quite well for them. But with it being on the second floor, not as useful. So they have changed out Sledge for Nomad. And Stones decide to not go with Mute, but go with Smoke. So hopefully this sort of Buck Sledge combo will kind of not be as effective. I won't cause them as much troubles. And without Sledge, Castle, once again, a bit more effective, seeing as though with his armoured panels. And they did win in the billiards room last round, or in the first round, sorry. So can they find the win here? Or have Affinity changed up their strategy enough and know now how Stones play to get the W? And bring it ever so closer to maybe sort of tie-break situation. 3 minutes to go. Match point. First initial sort of engagement happens. Nobody but they spotted each other, but nobody sort of getting any shots off. They sort of whiffed those. Scared each other off. And again, with these echo drones, they do have a nice lot of vision. Not as much as if they had Valkyrie as well, but quite the nice addition to the team. As well as these mines sort of being placed around all over the place, just trying to slow the advance of Affinity, I think, as much as possible. But Capital looking like he wants to get in, but he obviously needs to be careful. Oh, Jake, nice shot there. And the first man down, and Thermite nonetheless. So, sort of breaching any kind of armored wall is going to be pretty difficult now. And again, these goo mines being a bit pesky, and Capital just slowly trying to get rid of Castle. But Shadow managing to find the Snowy Buffalo. Does he get the second? He does. Takes down Goose. Wasn't paying any attention. Looking the complete wrong way, unfortunately. Now 3 versus 4. Are Stones feeling the pressure of match point? Is it the old caster's curse? Who knows? But these goo mines still, even though Legion is down, still being pesky. But Jake not being able to find Uni. And now 2 versus 4. Volt gets 1, gets the second, and Tinky doesn't want to be left out. Manages to find Uni, and now from a 4 versus 2. Well, that's game. Stones. Volt managing to get the triple. Very nice there from him. And they managed to get the win, 7-4. That match point looking to be very difficult, but they found it in the end. And there we go. There are the scores. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed today's match. It's been a very enjoyable game to cast. And I'll see you guys later for some more, I don't know, shenanigans of some kind, I'm sure, in the future, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, see you guys next time.
The music just turns me on.
Unknown. Look, says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Yo, look, I might pull up to the scene. What's happening? All good. Says she wants a man. Treat her well, little hood. When I hit that jackpot, you know the whole squad eating. Back 15, bitch, then I'm out skiing. Look, I came in for a wine, couple drinks, little fun. Man, she talking about a man, got her looking like a bum. I don't even wanna be rude. Ain't that kind of guy. Why she talking about a man? I was gripping up her thighs, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly, take time, back it up for me, slow wine, do it properly, take time. I tell her I ain't gonna bother making all these promises. I bother saying something when I'm gonna do the opposite. I can promise you this night, nothing more. Call me MC Hammer, cause I'm feeling like I'm full. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, yeah.
Says she tired of my crap, but if I get her back, then I'll trade my old stack, then I'll make it back. I see you on your Insta looking cute, but calm down, car. I put you in that Canada goose, and yet she telling me this and telling me that. I miss the days up in ill sipping on and I've been running her down, need my energy back. And now she's saying that it's peak, that I ain't getting her back, but girl, I need you back on my team, boo. Cause them I can't treat you, love you, I feed you, I please you. Look, I ain't shifting the blame. Only girl that I had that didn't care about the fame, that's why she wavy, man, I say that's why she wavy. She be looking like a maybe, so will I hit it, maybe, yeah.
I said she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Says she looking wavy, looking like a maybe. I don't want a babe, but the shit is getting crazy. Looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, looking wavy. I said she looking wavy, yeah.
Purchase your track now.
I don't wanna, but the shit is getting. Says she looking like a. I don't wanna, but the shit is getting looking wavy. Says she looking wavy, looking wavy. Says she looking wavy, yeah.
The music just turns me on.
When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. No. When you turn my way, I didn't know what to say. I love the way you've been looking my way, baby. Don't hesitate, you can come on over. Let's get face to face. I'ma give you a taste of what you've been waiting for till the night's over. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know you wanna get with me. Ooh, I know we're thinking the same thing. I know we're thinking the same thing.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And well, again, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are, and welcome to another game with, once again, Stones versus NSG. And let's see, we're going to get straight into the map bans. The guys are ready. So let's see, what map are we going to be playing on this time? That was very loud. I apologise. That should have been muted. That's a bad Skype. Sorry about that, guys. So, let's see what have we got as the first bands coming into this. So we've got Cafe, Villa, then Bank. So again, we just saw Stone sort of win on Clubhouse. So I was about to say maybe NSG will ban it, and they did. Good choice. Good choice. If I was NSG, I would ban Consulate because Stones haven't been doing too well on Border. But that would just be my opinion on the matter. They don't have to take it. Good thing there's a delay, so they can't hear me make any of these suggestions. But I would expect them to maybe ban Border. Sorry, keep Border. There we go. So it is going to be Border. So we'll be right back, guys, with the game in a couple of minutes, as the guys sort of ready up and get ready. So don't go anywhere, guys. Stones versus NSG on Border coming right up. Alright, the teams are ready. Stones versus NSG. So good luck, have fun in the chat. And everyone who is watching at home on Twitch or anywhere else, who do you want to win? Who you expected to see banned? NSG gets first bans. So let's see who they decide to get rid of. Who do they not want to play as or play against? And they banned Thatcher. So getting rid of those sort of grenades. So maybe they want to play Bandit a lot, or anyone else with sort of mines or anything. Maybe also to get rid of those pesky echo drones. Yes, you can say hi to your mother, guys. Oh dear, these players. Maybe it's the first time on stream and they're excited. So, Stones decided to ban out Blackbeard. We didn't see the ban Blackbeard in the last game. And Maestro. Now, will we see NSG ban Mirror? Or not? Twitch wasn't banned, so they do ban Mirror. They don't want to play as it or play against it. They've just gone, no. Let's keep this thing way out of the game. Good choice, I would say. As she can be very useful at sort of setting up her mirrors in the most convenient of places, and then obviously getting those nice sort of spots and peeking around the corner. So let's see, who are the operators we are seeing? So we got IQ, Thermite, Nomad, Buck, and Sophia versus Smoke, Legion, Echo, Bandit, and Jaeger. So again, they did ban Thatcher. So Bandit is pretty much going to have sort of free reign of placing down his sort of traps onto those sort of armored walls. So Sophia being swapped out for Capital. Any other swaps? No, it doesn't look like it. So NSG are going to be the first guys defending. It looks like they did pick Armory. So an already, you'd think, well defended location, but now going to be more defended with these armored panels. And so Buck, I don't think is going to be as useful here, just because they are obviously upstairs. I mean, he will be able to shotgun through the floor, but he is sort of more useful shotgunning ceilings and sort of going through that way. But he's not going to have much luck. And obviously with Bandit and his shock wires all over the place, and without Thatcher, I'm not quite sure how they're going to get rid of those easily. But we'll have to wait and see. Will they instead have to go through the walls? So the sort of defensive setup phase is over. We don't see too many sort of shenanigans coming up from NSG. No peaks, no sort of spawn peaks of any kind. So let's see. With IQ, obviously being able to spot out any kind of electronics. And Thatcher is going to be sort of the most, I'd say, valuable member at the moment. Obviously trying to get in onto the site through those armoured panels. And Bandit didn't save any of his shock wires to do any tricks, but he doesn't really need to without Thatcher around. He can just sort of set them and leave them, because Thermite won't be able to plant, but he does get goo mined. Takes a little bit of damage. Manages to get away. Oh, finds another. So he needs to get rid of that. And it looked like Capital. Oh no! Vault. First man down on Stones, being taken down by Locke. As Smoke. Thermite does manage to find one panel that wasn't Bandit trapped, but Smoke ready and waiting. And obviously with Smoke being able to sort of put those grenades down will slow down Stones. And they do only have a minute. Second Stones man down. Snake taking down Goose. Now 3 versus 5. Very slowly losing these guys. And they're going to find it even harder to sort of get on the point. And another kill from Snake. Onto Jake. With the Nitro. So now a 2 versus 5. Don't think Stones are going to be able to win this round. So they're gonna have to pull something quite fantastic out the bag to make any kind of chance of winning this round. And they haven't really got the operators, in my opinion, to sort of do that. And now the Snow Buffalo pretty much on pretty low health. But Tinky finding one, making it 2 versus 4. But he's only got 30 seconds to go. Are they going to find any more? Or is the time just going to run out? Or Tinky got heard on walking through the old barbed wire, and then the Snowy Buffalo being taken down by Liam's as Echo to finish off the round. So round 1 going to NSG. Quite the dominant round, only losing one operator. And as they did win that round, they do now obviously have to change where they're going to set up now. So it's going to be ventilation and workshop. And now I'm starting to see why they banned Thatcher. This Bandit. I can almost see Bandit coming out every round for NSG. So, moving into round 2. We have Smoke, Castle, Echo, Bandit, and Jaeger. Up against Nomad, Thermite, IQ, Sledge, and Zofia. So, bit harder to defend, sort of downstairs. And again, with Sledge being able to sort of destroy sort of the floor and being able to spot below. That is obviously what I expect Sledge to try and do. Surprised they didn't bring Buck as well, and sort of copy the last team they faced, but instead just bringing Sledge. But again, the smoke and Castle will be able to slow down Stones. But with the Sledge, he will be able to get rid of the Castle sort of armor panels. Any kind of sneaky peeks. Bandit looks like he's trying to find one, but Volt! What a fantastic grenade, getting Snake. So right away, Stones having that man advantage, and putting that pressure on. Black Shadow. Trying to deny vision. But Volt and Jake going down. Making it a 3 versus 4. So, bringing that IQ to spot the drone. Very nice. And Tinky taking down Black Shadow. Oh, but then being taken down by DHS. These trades, not at the moment advantageous for Stones. In a 2 versus 3 situation, but much better than last round. Goose and the Snowy Buffalo. They've still got a nice minute. But time will slowly start ticking. And obviously with smoke and without Sledge to sort of break through walls and doors and get rid of those castle enforcement points, does mean they're going to be slowed down a little bit, especially by smoke, if he gets any of his grenades off. So maybe that's who they need to find first. But I think NSG know that all they have to do is sit tight. Ooh, the Snowy Buffalo very lucky there to not be taken out. Can they find anyone? 20 seconds left. They haven't got a lot of time. And now the smoke's come out. IQ going in. Takes a little bit of damage from the smoke. Spots. Manages to find NSG, but he is all on his lonesome. 5 seconds left. They knew that he had to plant the diffuser. So DHS managing to find the last man on Stones. So Stones not managed to find a round just yet, even after that pretty good start. So it does mean that NSG are currently up 0-2. As we move into round 3. Again, a pretty similar setup from NSG. They seem to be very happy with... Oh, no, they do... I mean, I did say that they were going to keep Bandit for the entire game. Are they gonna change? Looks like it. And I do quite like the Valkyrie Echo. Does allow them to have a nice lot of vision, a nice lot of cameras, being able to spot out Stones before they even make it into the building. Obviously, they can sort of jump out and sort of place even deeper Valkyrie cams and get that also valuable vision. And obviously with the Echo drones as well. And that's sort of 5 extra cameras they have to spot Stones. But they do have IQ, so they do have a way of spotting the drones and the cameras a little bit easier. But once you've been spotted, you know, they do still know where you are. And again, swapping out smoke for mute. So I'm going to put those mute jammers down to to sort of stop Stones from getting any kind of valuable information on where NSG is set up. So, as we move into the third round, preparation phase is over. A couple of guys on NSG upstairs, probably trying to stop Sledge from doing any kind of sort of shenanigans, but he was taken down pretty early in the last round, so not being able to destroy too much of the ceiling. As I said, though, IQ being able to sort of spot the cameras, but Valkyrie probably managing to spot IQ before, so they do kind of have an idea of who's where. Oh, Valkyrie. Nice cheeky position there, but not being able to find anyone, and takes a bit of damage in return. Stones only slightly coming out in an sort of a health advantage there, but Sledge very lucky to not be taken out. But the first guy going down, Tinky to DHS. So Stones once again in a 4 versus 5. But Volt finding DHS. So managing to get one back. And then Jake finding Dr. Snake. So 4 versus 3. They still have Echo. And they do have Mute. So they're not going to have a lot of vision stones on being able to use their drones. And it looks like Volt going down to the Echo for now. I mean, just look at the number of cameras. And also with Valkyrie and Bandit down, they'll probably also be using the cameras and letting them know where stones are, where they're coming from. And they don't have IQ nor Sledge anymore, so sort of making any kind of holes and things going to be a bit more difficult. They do know where one of NSG are, but they only have 45 seconds. Echo sort of being pinned. They have an idea of where he is. Banner trying to make her way in, but the Snowy Buffalo going down to Echo. And then Goose, the triple. Where did he get the quad? 16 seconds left. Last man, Jake. Six seconds. And this will be quite the triple if he manages to find it, but doesn't look like it. Doesn't even manage to get the one, unfortunately, as they sort of high-five each other at the end of the round. Defenders win. Not having to even struggle to take down everyone, just a lack of time. So round 4, NSG up 3-0, and now they're going back into Armory. Bandit coming back out. As we wait to see if there will be any sort of swaps. Thermite and Hibana coming out. I think that's a good choice. Definitely need, I think, a bit more hard breach from Stones, seeing as though quite a few of them are going down slightly early. So having the extra means of entry and getting through those sort of armoured, reinforced walls, but obviously with bandit traps, it's going to be hard for Stones to get in, even if they do manage to find sort of a way in. And again, these Echo and Goo mines sort of being placed at various places, not managing to find the drone there. But they know where they are. Stones know that they're back in the armory. And Bandit, the entire side now pretty much a no-go zone for Bandit. For Thermite or Hibana. So they're gonna have to find another way in. They do obviously have Sledge, who will be able to break down walls and doors and sort of keep the push going. But I think Stones are going to have a very hard time getting in. Especially without Thatcher being able to get rid of the bandit sort of traps. And that electrified wall. So it does mean that NSG in a good position. And they've run out the timer a few times so far this this game, so they know what they're doing. They know how to slow down the game. And Tinky being the first man down for Stones once again. But they do still have a banner, so they do still have a hard breacher. And they do still have Sledge, who can break down walls that haven't been reinforced, but there aren't many. You're gonna have a hard time. With a minute 12 to go. As I said, Stones are going to find it very hard to get even onto this site, but Jake managed to find Black Shadow. But 50 seconds left. So Fear going down to DHS. 3 versus 4. I mean, they still have smoke. The Snowy Buffalo finding DHS, but then being taken down by Liamese. I'll just say his operator. I'm gonna butcher that poor man's name. Echo. But now Stones. 1 man left. Sledge. And Echo being invaluable this round. Finding, what, 3, 4 operators? Very good round from him. I mean, look at that. 7 and 0. He is on an absolute rampage. The only guy to not die so far. So, round 5. Stone 0. NSG 4. Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Smoke, Castle, Echo, Bandit, Jaeger. Seems to be working out for them. That extra vision from Echo, as well as the sort of drones being able to sort of concuss people. The Castle and Smoke to kind of slow people down. And then, finally, Jaeger stopping any kind of pesky grenades getting in. So, as we move into the sort of preparation phase. Now, the Sledge is going to be a bit more useful now, because obviously he will be able to sort of break the floor. And sort of maybe find people that way, but Stones weren't that good at doing it earlier. And if anything, it was quite detrimental. They did sort of lose some health to it, and I think one of their guys did fall. So let's see if they can make it work this time. And 3 guys are on that second floor. So probably going to try and do anything to sort of stop Stones from sort of coming in the first place. I mean, without sort of Thatcher, they're not going to be able to sort of get through here at all. And Goose going down to DHS. Probably trying to get rid of any kind of bandit trap. I'm surprised they're not maybe picking up Twitch. And using the Twitch drones to take down bandits. Bandits batteries. But Volt managing to get Zintlock. So they do bring it back to a 4 versus 4. But still, this setup, so hard to kind of break into. Thermite is a little bit useless when it comes to all these bandit traps. So it does pretty much take his utility out of it. But it looks like Nomad and Thermite trying to push in, not managing to get him. DHS taking down the Snowy Buffalo. So at least I know where one guy is, but Volt being taken down. And DHS finding a second. All down to Tinky as Thermite. And Stones just kind of just running in there and just sort of being taken down. It's strange. They knew DHS was there. And now with only 30 seconds to go, I don't think there's much Stones can do versus 4 fully healthed operators. I mean, Bandit even going outside, doesn't even really care, trying to find him. But 10 seconds to go. Oh, unfortunately misses the headshot, and DHS just absolutely slaughtering Stones this round. So the last round before we see Stones swap sides. Will this be a 7-0 win for NSG? So Stones mixing up again a little bit. Instead of Sledge, they have gone for Buck. And NSG deciding to swap Doc. Bandit for Doc. And I don't really see why they're using Doc. They didn't really take much damage in that last round. They lost 1 man. So it wasn't so much of a health issue. So let's see. Without Sledge, Castle is going to be much better with those armored platings. Much harder for Stones to take them down. And let's see. Looks like at the moment NSG have three guys. Oh no, they've gone 3 up, 2 down. So a bit of a similar setup to last round. And Goose. I think this is the first time in quite a few rounds that Stones have managed to find the first kill. And it's on to DHS, who was very, very good in that last round, but Liam on Echo has just been also unstoppable. But Stones, as I said, manages to get the first guy down, so it does leave the defense a little thin for NSG. Does Goose know? And again, these Echo drones Getting the extra vision. Does know that there's Vault outside. He is spotting quite a few of the Stones guys. I mean, DHS can also help out with that because obviously he's down. There's also a camera also right there. We can see just slightly to the left of the Snowy Buffalo. So he knows that somebody's coming. As soon as he moves, he takes a little bit of damage. Not too bad, not too bad. And Volt managed to take out Dr. Snake. So now, 5 versus 3. But we have seen NSG managing to find a couple of picks before and able to take down Stones, even though they were winning in terms of the number of operators. And with 1:05 to go, they spot out a few guys. Liam's managed to get Goose. So first Stones man to fall, putting it to 4 versus 3. And as well, Zafir down. Black Shadow. And as I said, 3 versus 3 now. Oh, they do manage to get the Echo Drone. So, round of applause, round of applause. But 3 versus 3. So they do manage to get, as all jokes aside, they do manage to get down one of the Echo Drones. So that does mean that there's a little less vision. And if they are obviously planting, Echo can't sort of stop them from a safe distance. But these castle reinforcements definitely being a bit annoying to Stones. But Thermite, oh, manages to find Liam's. But the double, 1 second to go. Only the Snowy Bandit left, and again, just not enough time to either take down all of NSG or even plant a diffuser. So it does mean that is currently 6-0 to NSG. As we move into round 7, Stones now do get to defend, so let's see if their defense is a bit better. NSG in such a dominating position. Match point. Stones are going to have a pretty similar game. Oh dear. Bit of a misfortunate event here. Doesn't look like there's going to be a rehost. NSG are just going to play on. Bit of an internet issue, maybe. Unfortunately, doesn't get. Oh, does get back in time. Gets the Monty. Now that is some impressive computer action. Managing to get the reconnect in. So kudos to him. Whether or not he wanted to have Monty, I do quite like it. Now they do have a smoke, so they will obviously be able to slow down the Monty push. But with Monty being on the team, does mean that they can, instead of having to try and push through wall, they can just push through the wall to on either the door onto A or B. I'm sure your mom will be proud of you, Black Shadow. So the setup phase for Stones, as I said, they are in a bit of a tricky situation. They do have to play these games pretty perfectly. But if Smoke can stop Monty from getting onto the site, and Echo can also use his drones to sort of drop Monty's shield, then maybe they have a chance to stop this push. But we'll just have to wait and see. And again, Valkyrie cameras and Echo drones, they do have a lot of vision. But let's see, how are they going to use this Monty? Are they going to sort of push through the door into A or B? And just sort of go straight for it? Or are they going to sort of play it a bit more slowly and sort of push slowly through? Looks like they're going for a little bit slower. Again, not too sure if the Monty pick was intentional or if it was just because of the old DC. But hopefully Stones do know where the Monty is coming from. Echo nicely set up here. Bit of a risky play there, getting onto the drone after just spotting one of NSG. But doesn't get punished for it. Tinky managing to find Dr. Snake. And Stones manages to get the first kill onto this map. Thermite. And this is the great thing about Monty. He is nice and set up. Where is Smoke? Oh, as he's trying to jump over, Tinky being taken down by Black Shadow. Where is Smoke? Smoke should really be trying to stop Monty here. Monty is just getting free reign into this site. And now it's going to allow probably Thermite to place the bomb. The diffuser, sorry. Or maybe not. Does get pinged slightly underneath. Here we go. How are Stones going to react? Echo. Does he have his drones on site? Doesn't look like it. Volt, bit slow on the nitro there, but does manage to get the kill. So it's 4 versus 3. Now 3 versus 3. DHS finding Volt. Jake dangerously low, going down to Liam. Goose taking down Liam. Oh, it's just these trades back and forth. But how are they going to deal with the Monty? They do still have Smoke. Oh, but that's it. DHS coming in with a double. The Monty, the big man himself, defending that bomb till the last. He said no, no, no. Oh, very nice there, double. And there we go, guys. A flawless victory, 7-0. The clean sweep. I'm surprised Liam actually wasn't the MVP, as I don't think he died all that often. He only got a couple of deaths. There we go, guys. There is the scoreboard at the end of that. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed those matches today as we wrap up. As we wrap up that game. Fantastic there from NSG. Very unlucky from Stones. Maybe they'll go back and rewatch some of those games and sort of learn something. We'll have to wait and see. But hope you've enjoyed today's games, guys. And see you guys next time for some more content on EFL GG. So don't forget to follow the channel. And yeah, see you guys next time.